Hey guys, welcome to this week's lesson segment on Weekly Outdoor Plus. Jase Hintz here with you again as always, and this week we're going to be going over, since majority of the people right now are turkey hunting and are actually, a lot of them are attempting it with their bows. I know a couple people that have had a little more struggles than they suspected basically, and what it comes down to is how you're basically executing your form. If you're at full draw, I mean this happens with deer and everything, sitting down, standing, the whole 9 yards. When they're moving, obviously you have to pull back ahead of time when they can't see you or they don't, they're not facing you, whatever the situation is when they're behind a tree. But you got to expect that they're going to be moving then, so you're not going to have like a normal target shot where you're just pulling back, aiming straight at it, taking your shot. There's a couple keys that a lot of people screw up basically, and I mean this could be basically from shooting down, shooting up, turning all the way left or right, shooting through a different window in your blind, the whole 9 yards. The biggest key is when you're talking about like your upper body structure, you want to keep it exactly the same. And when I say upper body structure, mostly it's your arms, but when you pull back, you want to make sure that your back arm and your front arm stay exactly like they are. If you got to all of a sudden go down or move left or right, you don't want to start moving your arm in or out. You don't want to start moving up and down with your arms. The big key is you want to move your waist, all right? You got to, first of all, have your feet positioned ahead of time. So if, there's two windows that you might have to shoot or whatever, be positioned in between them. You can always turn your waist a little bit one way or your waist a little bit the other way. But if you're fully committed this way and you can't fully turn your waist, you're going to be in trouble. You're going to start moving your arms. Pretty soon your draw length's going to be 2 inches shorter because you're shooting in front of you instead of at your side like you're supposed to. So little things like this, just planning ahead on basically your feet position a little bit. And again, you can always shuffle them a little bit, but that's also plan ahead. Make sure you don't have any leaves in there. Make sure it's just black dirt under your feet so it's nice and quiet, it's simple. Once you have that all set up, you're basically ready to start moving just your waist, all right? So when you're sitting there, say you're shooting out of your tree stand, you gotta obviously don't bend your arm down. You start dropping your arm, you're gonna start picking up here, you're gonna have everything stretched out, you're gonna start using your bicep muscles, you're gonna start using your lats and everything, where not bone on bone, it's not straight, even shot. So when you pull back, you just wanna bend straight down at your waist, or straight up at your waist, depending where the animal is gonna be, so your upper body stays exactly the same. Next thing is gonna be also, you're switching spots or whatever, you always have to keep in mind, you're not aiming at the whole bird, you're not aiming at the whole deer. You gotta pick your spot. You gotta pick your spot on the animal. You can't be, okay, I'm switching all my stuff, I'm going over everything in my head. First of all, practice it a little bit so you don't have to go over everything in your head. Just make sure my arms, okay, they're where I want them to be, I'm on target. You're not gonna be moving as much. Where if I just move my arms in, I'm gonna be using all my arm muscles again to be controlling my bow and controlling where I'm aiming. Where if I can turn my whole waist into it, I can actually take my shot. It's going to be a little bit uncomfortable in like the midsection, but it's going to definitely make you still hold a lot steadier. So again, say you switch windows on this next bird that you come up on, you're at full draw, it sees the hen over here, starts running over, you get your call or have one nice cluck out or whatever, it stops. Okay, well now I turned at my waist, I'm still holding steady. Make sure you don't, again, rush your shot. Biggest key is pick your spot on that bird, pick the roughed up feathers, pick where all the wing comes into the breast and you can actually find the creases there. Pick exactly where you want to shoot it. If it's facing away, find right below the fan there basically. Take your shot. So again, pick your spot. Once you have your mid torso is what's moving, not your arms. That's the key. So move your torso, pick your spot, execute your shot. It'll be a lot more successful. A lot of people are moving their arms, and that's, again, so hard to aim. You start moving your arms, you got different grips going on because you got upper pressure, lower pressure, depending on how you actually move your arms up and down. So again, move at your waist, have your feet set ahead of time, pick your spot, execute that shot, be a lot more successful. Good luck hunting this week. Hopefully we get some more pictures in on Facebook or email us, either way. Check us out on YouTube again if you want to get any refreshers on what I'm talking about and maybe miss something. It can help you out definitely in the long run. It's all it's about, getting better and having fun. So you guys have a good week. Tune in next week.